Well, my fine friends, it wouldn't be a normal stream of chaos without me, forgetting that I turned my mic back on. So, it's a normal morning. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm the Unknown Prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, usually Monday through Friday. And guess what, guys? It's 420 day. So that might be why I'm just a tiny bit late today. So, guess what? We're 6 minutes away from our first 420 hit of the day. And if I can get this thing to light, and maybe I can actually get this light in there, or I can just say, fuck it, I don't need this one anymore, and do this one and go, fine, you won't light, I have more power. And of course, that's just me being silly, because that's never going to light like that. And I haven't even gotten my coffee ready. I had one joint already today. Brass Monkey is loaded, and I am ready for bear. So this is my 420 episode. So just per my normal warning, I will be using cannabis during this stream. I will be getting high to enhance my physical, mental, and spiritual gifts. I want to put this warning out there. Not everything I tell you is always everything that I know the best of my knowledge. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not any professional of any kind. I just do the best job I can every single day by trying to make your day be one of the best days ever. So why not have a little bit of 420 fun today? And that's exactly what we got. We got 3 joints in hand. We've got the Brass Monkey. We got exactly 3 cigarettes left to our name. And then we're out of smokes until I can get to a store. RX Mary, welcome on in. Princess Elizabeth, welcome on in. Baby, welcome on in. Let's see, did I miss anybody else here? Chester Tater, if you're still lurking around, thank you for the follow. Otherwise, then, I am really, really happy you guys are all here today. I'm having a pretty fabulous morning, except for the, well, I won't call them technical issues. They're more mundane human issues. Because I was trying to get something fixed on my I'm supposed to get a delivery today, and they're delivering it to the wrong address. And I had to call them this morning before it got sent out for delivery today so they could bring it to the right place. Now, it's a church right down the road, okay? It's not like I can't get in the car or in my little lift and go get it. I was trying not to spend any more money right now because I am getting to a point now where I'm down to the bare minimum of what I had left. That's right, folks. I spent it all because we had a lot of house repairs. We had a new stove put in. We had a lot of plumbing issues that were repaired. A lot of it went to house repairs and making sure we have a safer place to live and a nicer place to be able to cook and clean and stuff like that. Because honestly, our house is pretty filthy right now. And, my tarot deck is important to me, yes, but we had to take care of those issues first. And then we got a little crazy with the spending of the new system and her new fun toys, my new fun toys. And then we both are very generous people, so we gave a little bit away to our community and our friends, which I know will come back to me someday. I don't expect anything back from those people, just so if anyone's watching there, I don't ever expect anything back from you for what I've done for you. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect anything. All I expect is that you will take what I've given you and pay it forward. That's all my expectations ever are, guys. And welcome in, Captain Johnny, first time chatter. So we do this every once in a while, twice a month. This will actually be our 3rd time this month. So we're doing a special 420 episode. I'm taking out my filters right now. Because now I've got an instant joint I can just smoke with my wood tip in hand. See, now I take the wood tip and I go ingenious plan number 1. Take a regular, normal cigarette tube at any convenience store that sells cigarette tubing. Take said filter out. If you like the menthol flavor, you can still get the menthol flavor while you pint out the menthol there. You take a nice little wood tip from any kind of cigar. You've got instant joint. Okay, for all those out there. Yes, I am doing readings today. We're doing 420 readings. These are more extreme. So I want to let you know, first and foremost, spiritual butt kick is now in mode. I will not be holding back at all. Once I start this up, the full tilt kitty goes into effect. You get to see your God cards whether you want them or not. Yes, I will not be holding back, sugarcoating anything as always, but you all know how I get when I'm a little bit toastier. Now, I only try to get about 35% toasty. I don't try to get so toasty like on stream or something, okay? So I do try to do it responsibly. So since we're approaching 420, almost right now at my time here, it's 9:19 here, and we're going to celebrate 420 on the 20 mark because it's 420 somewhere in the world. And why the hell not celebrate having the best day ever? So I don't care what crap you've been through in your life. I don't care what you're doing in all of the moments. It's time to take whatever you need to find joy in your life. If that means it's a tiny bit of cannabis every day, as long as you do it in moderation and you try to do it responsibly, why the hell not? Now, please don't go for those really hard, heavy drugs, but hey, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Okay? With that said, I do not condone the use of cannabis in any way, shape, or form. I only say this as a warning that you have to use it responsibly. Please check with all appropriate medical doctors and or advise people of that nature to get that advice from. I'm not that guy. So here's how you enter the chat there for a reading there, my friend. You press exclamation point join and you enter my queue. And we just kind of do a little bit of a welcome to the stream. And I got started a little bit late today. So that's the other reason I'm kind of running. So I try to, I overuse it responsibly. Well, you know what? We did buy about 2 full pounds of weed about 2 weeks ago. We got, well, no, not a pound of weed. What was it? Like, it was a full on bag, the size of like my tobacco bag. I don't even have the bag anymore. But it was basically this big, right, bag. It was like your normal tobacco bag that you would get normal tobacco stuff in it, you know? So on that, and Captain Johnny, you've entered the queue, parentheses, you've entered the queue. We're going to get to doing readings here. So let me put all the fun stuff away for now. Let me get the cards out. Now I use my custom-made, homemade deck. That's the only difference here. Now, I do have another deck that I do use, but the only way you get that is if you do a $10 donation, and that all goes towards my Kickstarter campaign, which is, still live. We're getting near the closing end of that, guys. March 11th, my Kickstarter campaign to publish my deck ends. And since I kind of went through a little bit more money than I was kind of hoping I didn't go through, and I'm not saying you guys have to help me out with that, but if you guys want to show me appreciation, want to show me love for the readings I gave you, these are free. I don't expect you to do any of that in return. Yeah, I got to fix my camera yet again. What else is new? Every day, I swear, this thing moves on me. Okay, so now I've got to get this crap out of the way, that crap out of the way, get my sugar and cream if it's around here somewhere, because I need me some creamy sugar. Hey, you're too black for me. Add me some creamy sugar. Add me some creamy sugar. Okay, see, I'm a lot of a weirdo. I'm not going to say I'm not as fast because I am. So, anyway, it's now too late. We're real stoner time. Huh? All right, that's it. That's all we need for now. Just a nice little hit to start up. We're 2 minutes late from celebrating. That's true stoner time, guys. You forgot you were supposed to celebrate 1 minute. And you're like, oh shit, it's been 2 extra minutes now. Damn. Oh, with that all said here, let's get this out of the way here. Let's get that cleansing shuffle in. Let's get my pen thing out of the way so you don't have to see that all day long. And you got the nice little light here. The lights are on, guys. Energy's flowing today. We're going to set these in a place where they won't burn into existence by some candle wax accident. And no, I do not want you to cast onto my damn TV right now. No, stop. I want you to stay exactly the way you are. Captain Johnny, so this is how it works since you're first time chatter here. I want to explain how my readings work. I'm going to ask you to pick numbers here. I want you to pick a number 1 through 10 of how many times I shuffle this deck for you. Now I'm going to shuffle the deck for you, and as I'm shuffling this deck, should card pop out of the deck, as long as there's a certain number under, those would be your higher power cards. Those we call our God cards. Now they're the most extreme answer you will get from your higher power. They're definitely answering a question you've been saying, please give me an answer to a lot recently. So whatever that may be between you and them, we reveal what those cards mean. That always comes after your general reading or question that you have. Then I will ask you to pick a second number, 1 through 52, and that's where your reading will begin. So if you have a question you would like to ask, please put it as simply as possible so I can understand it, or just say I want a general reading. With that said, welcome on in, and I am Joshua Bleasy, the Unknown Prophet. And welcome in, lady. Welcome in all of my stars to the Unknown Prophet channel. And I'd like to say a special hello out there to the advisor, and Papa Clutch, and Agent Zero, and Solo, and the whole Turn-Up Squad, and Games with Snakes. Hey, Games, God, I want to show you, buddy. Michael. Okay. Okay, I almost fudged it. My first dab rig, it's the Infinity one. I've already used it a little bit, and I gotta say, this thing is so fucking sick thing right there, okay? So now, I'm gonna get back to kind of showing, I showed off a little tiny bit, okay? We've done that. Now we're putting all the fun stuff away. You can tell me when you, what? What does that mean? Okay, you got it. Can you tell me when to tell me you my question? Whenever you're ready, Captain. Throw me your numbers, as I like to say. Throw me your question. We're ready to go. I'm going to start my cleansing shuffle for you and get these cards all nice and ready for you. Let me tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me every God that exists in the whole universe. May I help people lead them to their best day ever and show them the path that is right for them. May they know that today is their best day ever. And if a card pops out during that shuffle, it doesn't matter because I'm already on the key. So whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers. Okay, we got a 10, and your second number is 1 through 52, please. Okay, let's find out if Daria is the one. And I promise to tell you the truth here. I won't sugarcoat it. If my intuition is telling me an answer that you need to hear right now, as hard as it will hear for you to be here to hear, I'm going to tell you the truth here. So I hope you respect that honesty. I hope you're ready for the answers you seek, because here we go. So 10 and 31. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's see, 10. Whoop, we have a couple God cards at the end there. All right, so if God cards out, as long as it's under 6 cards, they count as God cards. That's how that works here. So if you're ever here in the future, or if anybody's watching who's new and wants to know how it works, that's how it works. Then we count out the number you picked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And the 31st card is on top. See, we have a little bit of fun with this too. Not going to say we don't, but we do get serious about it too. And usually that kicks in right about the time I'm doing this. Let's find out what we need to know about you and Daria. Okay, alright, that candle is dead. That thing is on my way. That's in my way even more. You're going into the trash. You're coming over here. Cards, you're going in your normal spot. Hi, my name is Joshua, and welcome in, Captain. So, Captain, as I'm starting to draw your cards, I start to feel your energy. I just basically read what I feel on the screen. I don't take anything or give anything to you guys, okay? I never try to do anything, any kind of vampirism here. No, okay? We aren't entity vampires. Okay, we're energy givers, unfortunately, sometimes a little too much. So that's why sometimes you might feel the way you feel sometimes during readings. And be honest with me, if it's not doing it for you, let me know. It's okay. But the thing you're realizing right now is what you actually want in your life starting to open up, Captain. And you're starting to ask yourself that question. My question in my head, the girl named Daria, is she the one? And you're deciding whether or not you're really ready for the whole tilt kitty 100%. Let's get going into the future, because you've been taking a little bit of a hard path to get to where you want to get to. Is Daria the one? Have we even shared our feelings with this person yet? Do we know how they feel in return? Have we done any of this work already? If we've done this work, then we're ready to take our partner with us in that car. That mythical car we have to start to come together with. This is when your life ends and her life ends and you become that team. Remember, she is or could be the one. But until you get into that car and see how you guys work together, you'll never know if she's the one until that moment comes where you have given her a chance to tell you what she feels in the first place. The question you're really asking yourself is, am I ready to find out that answer? And it's time. I'm going to be, because of the next world war. What world war are you talking about? Only the next world war doesn't happen for 10,000 years. Okay, whatever. And, it's all about the thing that I'm talking to you, though, Captain, about is that what you're starting to do is you've been walking the marathon walk to try to find out, because you've done a lot of self work. You're ready to share your journey. You're not trying to fix yourself with Daria. You want to have someone who's going to love you back in return. You're just wondering if she's the one you should give a chance to. And I think you know the answer, that you want to give this a chance. You want to give it an opportunity, because why not? Roll the dice of life. We all live in this free will world. So our free wills are separate from one another's. That means you got to say, I like you and accept you for who you are. You never know. You could get into a relationship with this girl and it might be completely exactly what you don't want. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And remind yourself of that when you're working towards that goal. Is this what's really driving me forward, or is this what's holding me back? Am I just trying to take more of my junk along for the ride, or am I actually traveling with a companion on this journey? That's where we're stopping. The thing that you need to stop to say to yourself is you need to stop crystallizing in so much fear. You're putting this big deposit your energy. Instead of opening the book of fear, let's open up the book of love and start to believe that it's possible until she tells you otherwise. And make sure you understand her true meaning of what she's trying to tell you. Maybe I'm not interested right now. Let's see how it works out. Blah, 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 blah. Right? It's all in that stuff. And the more we crystallize in fear from the hurt we could get, the worse it's going to be in a relationship, because the worse we are, the more we're afraid of being hurt, the more we're going to be hurt, because we're spending every moment of every day worrying about the hurt and not worrying about how we melt away that hurt and start to heal and allow that ice to melt away from us to start that growth of becoming that partnership together. It's about that resilience we find in every single thing that we do together. And this could be your love story. Do you understand? Is she the one? Do you think about her all the time? Does she make you feel safe and at home within yourself? Does she make you feel like you don't have to work on yourself, that you're accepted for who you are? Do you see some form of love in return? And do you see that becoming more than just friends or something more? And then, if that's all good and gold, which I think it is, I think she has possible feelings there for you. I think it's more of a let's get to know each other situation. I think once you guys get to know each other a little bit better, I think that it will grow over time. So that's what the resilience birch tree means. It means it may seem like you're kind of going through some troubles in the very beginning, but it's usually just working out the kinks in the armor so that you become that strong power couple someday. So it will be a little bit of work, but real good, beautiful relationships are work. And they don't feel like it though. 18 years married, and I can tell you there were years that felt like work, and then now there are years where I feel like we don't work hard enough. It's too easy sometimes. We have to argue on purpose. Okay, it's about the choices that are in front of you. Ask yourself, could you live without her the rest of your life without giving this person one chance to say yes? Could you live without knowing that 15 years down the road she comes to you and tells you, if you just come ask me out, I would have dated you because you just didn't think you had that option. You need to start to see the options that are in front of you. Start saying why not instead of okay, I'm too scared to. So I think she could be your one. Okay, I think that, like I said, it's a little bit more of a get to know each other kind of a soulmate situation. I think it's more of a we want to be together because we feel good as these couples kind of a deal. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm feeling for you there, Captain. And then we have God cards, and since we don't hold back on 420 days, you automatically get to see these. So there's another message from your higher power today that you need to hear, and it's time to start to think about all the parts you want to bring together as one. Those physical, mental, and spiritual parts of yourself, including now a partner you want to add into the mix. Now, how are you going to juggle physical, mental, and spiritual together? Spiritual is love, okay? Whatever form of God you believe in, God is love, love is power, love is creation, all of that stuff. And then the other side of the coin is what life needs in order to exist, And that means we have to bring all of those parts to ourselves together and ignite them into one focused goal. So let's get our best suit on, our best self on. Let's make sure we look as physically good as we think we can feel. Express ourselves appropriately. Whatever you feel, don't hold yourself behind a mask. Don't let yourself hide behind what all you want everyone to see and show them who you truly are. Maybe then they'll start to invest in you by planting those seeds in the ground that they need to start to plant in. Those integrate parts that you just started to do were those seeds you would now plant into this fertile ground because of the trials and tribulations you were through. You make that be the growth that brings you healthier, better days ahead. If you can grow your own food and don't have to go to the store to get it, guess who? You don't have to pay anybody for anything. There's solar paneling. There's a bunch of fun, wonderful things. You could buy fruit trees, an acre of land, have fresh fruit from any region of the world you can think of, greenhouses, blah, 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 blah. And you could do all that for pretty much about the same amount you guys are doing buying a home and all of that other stuff in the wonderful world out there. It's not possible to go live your dream. I say go for it. I think that you would regret not giving yourself the chance to find out. That's my truest, most honest intuition for you. You would regret it for the rest of your life that you didn't actually try. That's my advice, Captain. I hope that helps you in some certain way. What is, I ate a spicy because I'll call it considered a lethal weapon. Well, what did you do that as like a challenge or something like that? I mean, why did we eat something spicy? Were we just feeling, I would feel something spicy kind of come on or what? I don't think you're going to get a no. I think let's get to know each other before we start the, dating process first. Let's see what we're about kind of video. I think will be the most general way it feels at first, but I think once you guys get to know each other for about a week maybe, I think that shield will drop and then things will start to move in other directions. But that will be based on what you guys do together as that team then, and what you guys do together as that relationship now. So that will be in the future. If that, like I said, I'm feeling that there might be, I don't think there will be a no, but I don't think there will be a, maybe not quite yet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate you told me that. You might make her feel very special because I don't think a boy has done that to her yet. Or hasn't done that to her in a way that I think you would do it. Bring out the romantic vibes a tiny bit. Don't get too cheesy with it, but get a little bit cute with it. But get, get something that she likes or something she's fond of or something. Find a nice, cute way of giving it to her and telling her how you feel. That'll be the beginning of your love story. Trust me. My mom told me, my wife told me her nipples were gonna freeze off, and I bit the hook, line, sinker, reel, and I've got cameras everywhere. Cameras are running everywhere. They're running all over the place. Yeah, we're being attacked. No, I just keep bumping the damn table, and then the camera falls down behind. So I'm glad. I hope that helps you. Please make the best possible choice that's right for you, though, Captain. I don't want you to do something you're not ready for, but honestly, in my experience, I'd rather have wished I had given it more of a chance when I was a younger boy, because I was a very shy young boy, and I didn't really give it a chance. I didn't put my heart out there a lot, and I regretted it a lot. Because now, to this day, I wonder what I lost, that I didn't have the same experience that a lot of normal American people, males my age, do. I did not have the big, things happen. So anyway, we're going to get into Princess Elizabeth's reading. Welcome in, Princess. Well, excuse me, it's Princess. Welcome on in, Captain. Thank you very much for stopping by today. Princess, welcome on in. Let me do a cleansing shuffle first and foremost. Oops. And thank you very much for the follow, Captain Johnny. I appreciate that. I appreciate anything and all things you guys do for me here. Like I said, these are completely 100% free readings. I don't expect anything in return for anything. So if you guys do something for me, it's because you guys felt the need to say thank you today. So, all right, had mine pre-typed out. All right, there you go, Princess. She's like, I'm going to be ready as hell when he calls my name. Do I tell the guy that I like him? Okay. Let's see what the cards have to tell you, because sometimes you might need different advice. You never know. So, here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3. What? Sorry, my wife just yelled out. What, honey?
Oh, I'm just watching your stream, and when she said, should I ask a boy out? And I said, fuck yes.
Okay, it's too hot in here to keep that shut, so. Okay. Sorry, I thought she was calling out for, like, she needed my help, but she was just yelling because she's watching stream right now, and now I have to count these out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Wow, you got a 6 God card message. Hoofty. Now, please, Princess, because there was an emergency, remind me what number I was on. I was on 3 shuffles, right? I did the 3 shuffles. That counted as 3. Wife, check in. Okay. So 24. Got you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and the 24th card. My wife said yes, go for it, by the way. And she's a very, very magically minded woman. So from my wife to you, go for it. From my cards to you, let's see what they have to say. Well, we do have a little bit of a different answer for you, but a very similar beginning for you as well. I hope you were listening to the last message, Princess, because you both have similar issues here where stop trying to bring the old car's junk with you. We have to let go of some of that stuff we've kept in our trunk for a while, those old bad habits that we thought we needed to take along for the ride, because if I can conquer these relationship issues, I can be a better person and a better spouse for somebody else. No, what you need to say is, I'm damn well going to be who I'm damn well going to be. If they love me, at least I know I don't have to worry about it. If this is how they love me, like this, well then I know This is what they'll always love. I'm not putting on a mask for anybody anymore. And I kind of feel like sometimes you put on that mask a lot. Like you want people to see you in a certain way and you're scared that they'll see who you really are. So that mask is on tight, and when you do decide to peel it off just a tiny bit, then they think you're lying and all of that stuff to you sometimes. And I don't know if you've had a habit of kind of hiding behind a false mask for a while or something like that. But I'm feeling that that's the kind of thing, that's the junk you're holding on to in your trunk there. What you need to start to do is, like I said with the last time, was it's time to let that stop by the gas station. It's time to throw away the junk in the dumpster that no one will care what you're throwing away, and you're not going to throw anything dangerous away that's going to hurt anybody here. Okay, let's let go of the Tasmanian devil I don't need. Okay? It's not like it's the, oh, here's the evil princess person I hoped I would never become. Bye, have fun. Okay? It's all about the, part of ourselves that we have to start to allow ourselves that's a part of who I am. That darkness, that deep dark side of myself that I don't like to share, that's a part of who I am. Now if I can get into that car and drive with my partner and not try to fix myself, and you're a little bit more on the I want to fix myself through someone kind of a person. So I don't know if you really should be doing any kind of trying to find someone right now for a little bit. I think you might need to take just a month of self-care and get yourself really ready and start saying the words, I am ready, and I really love myself enough to share the real me, and I'm really ready to find what a soulmate is all about. I'm falling in love with a soul, not a body, a shape, a person. I'm falling in love with someone whose soul calls out to me the same way I call out to it. I'm tired of it, so I'm going to burn away the crap that keeps getting in my way and use it as fuel in the tank of my car. I'm adding gasoline in the car every time I'm putting another negative thing in the pasture and saying, I don't need this in my life anymore. We fill the tank up. And then we stop by the really good gas station. Not only do we get a full gas tank, we get treats, we get a lot of sunglasses, we get a lot of fun music to play along the way. And that makes us, we want to go even further along on our journey. It's all about the power that we start to possess. And when you're asking me, should I ask them out? Well, are you ready to burn away your old ideas of what you thought a relationship was supposed to look like and adopt that this has to be something new? You haven't done before. You haven't tried before. If you're really ready for real love and real relationship, then yeah, I say go for it. Because what I'm feeling from this person mostly isn't that they don't have an affection for you. It's more about they see you as a person who's working on themselves, and right now they're working on themselves. So I call this the not quite done cooking portion of the game here. And you're both kind of finishing up that last little bit of self work you guys need to finish before you may be ready for that connection. You know what I suggest you go up to do? I suggest you go up to this boy, you look him dead in the eyes, you say something incredibly beautiful and or silly and or cosmically wonderful to him. Give him a big old kiss and tell him how much you love him. Okay? Then let's see where you go from there. Because I guarantee you, most men out there would go like, now, unless they're with a person or something like that, okay, let's make sure they're not with anyone first, okay? But it's about what you're molding yourself into. And they see you improving and becoming the kind of person they want to be with, but they're still working on themselves too, because they want to be ready for someone like you. Does that make sense to you right now there, Princess? About why this is a little stagnant right now? You're taking the slower route here. Okay, what you're actually doing though, not really a slow route, okay? You're taking a path that combines two different journeys. You're taking a planned out action because you know you've got to take little steps along the way. First, we got to take the first major step, don't we? We've got to risk our heart and risk the hurt. But it's about what I want this to look like in the future. What do I want to mold this into be? If I want a soulmate, if I want a love person to share my journey with, not someone who's going to be lording over me or I'm going to lord over them and all of that stuff, then I have to find a way to make myself a little plan, but still be passionate about what I do want to get in the end, so that I do both get my goal in the correct amount of time I want to get it, but I still make a plan that's reasonable for me to do. That's called the unseen path. But there's still some shit you have to start to cut through, and I'm tired of you not cutting through your shit, and I believe this is all about that right here, this God card message. It's the, well, there might be a time and a place for you to run. This might be one of them. I know you're saying to yourself, bring it on, Buttercup. I'm a tough ass princess. But, you know, it's all about you choosing to cut through what's been holding you back. It's like walking through the reeds and barely seeing that beautiful dock on the other side of it. But until you cut through the reeds and see what's there, because it's been so overgrown for so long that no one thought it could be a beautiful place, and it took some crazy guy with a basically a kitchen knife cutting down all the reeds in a path to this place to open it up for everyone. The park came in and redid it better than me because they saw someone actually cared about it. Now it's one of the more beautiful places down there. Now I can't claim responsibility for all of it because I only did enough for me to get through, okay? But that's what I found at that end of that dock, was that unseen path, because I cut through what I was afraid to find on the other end. And I think that's exactly what you need to do. Stop pissing around and start finding the answers out, Buttercup. 6 messages from the eternal beyond. If you would like to run now, too late. Haha. Yes. Yes. Yep. And yep. And now. And dude. So, I think, like I was trying to tell you before, this is going to be the spiritual butt kicking portion of the reading. Let's turn down the lights really low for this one. Ooh, we can really see the cards. Anyway, I need a hit for this one. Hey, what's up? It's I420 guy in the chat. Someone, if one of my mods is in chat, please shout out the I420 guy. If not, I'll do it. Haha. He's probably lurking, but that's okay. It's I420 guy. It's I420 guy. He's just quite a guy until it's I420 guy. It's I420. I want my I420. There you go. A little bit of love for you this morning there, I420 guy. Let's get back into what you need to hear, princess. Because like I said, this is spiritual butt kick moment, okay? So when you're ready to open up and you're really ready to hear it, just say ready, because I do always say, "Are you ready for it?" first. I'm a bad boy sometimes, but this one I've got to ask. Okay, bring it on, Buttercup. She says, "It's time to extinguish the old flames that you keep burning out there, that you're hoping one day will come back around and refill that little spot in your heart, because that's the safe, comfortable, warm spot, and it might have been the worst possible relationship you could have ever been in, but at least it was a body. Maybe there are other things you forgot to extinguish, like some doubts and some fears. Maybe we needed to give ourselves a break and started to embrace the really who we are. Instead, we had to start to put those fires out so that we could start to build up the real power of what we need to start to do. All these other fires that were kind of going on, they were taking away from the volcano you really need to start to burrow in your life. It's time for Princess to start to pour onto this world and blow her top off like a giant volcano. Boom, here I am, the new me. I'm going to put down onto this ground the hottest, most beautiful magma that I can pour out into this world, and it's going to carve me a new path. It may destroy everything and anything I've ever thought was holding me back, and if you're in the way when I do it, it's time to believe in my power. It's time to believe in myself. It's time to believe in that moment when I pour my lava down on the ground, and I am very, very, very decisive about where I go, because nothing stands in my way. And when I make that new path and I allow that new path to start to begin to open up to me again, then I am ready to temper my soul into the shape I want it to be. You gotta get the forge hot before you can work on the self you've always wanted to be. How about falling in love with self first? How about loving self first? When you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, and cry happy tears, you're ready. Until that moment, you need to do some self love. It's time to temper your soul into the shape you want yourself to be. Do you really need to be a sword that protects you and defends you against from anything that could harm you? Do you really need a big ass shield protecting you from all of that harm? Hey, maybe you need a cup that allows you to understand how to fill yourself and empty yourself. Maybe you need a fan to blow those winds onto that forge, hot or slow, so you can control your own ebbs and flows. But you've got to take your own soul in your hands and temper it into what you see it becoming. Those are only tools of what I know as far as things we can use to make ourselves better. Because it's about us deciding that fate for ourselves. It's time to exist. It's done, wondering if. This is the exist card. This is the if card. Do I exist? Does this exist? Why does this exist? How does this exist? If you keep believing and keep wondering all of your life, you're going to continue to keep wondering. And one day, like I said for the other person, it will come back to you and you will be like, well, if I had taken my shot when I had a chance, maybe we could have been, I don't know, kids, happily married. Our kids are doing great, whatever kind of things. Life is good, best life ever kind of shit. But because we can't even see it becoming better or becoming the more positive future, it's never gonna be that. So get in your mind this thing right now. No matter who it is I fall in love with, they will love me in return. We will communicate openly and honestly. We will be a team above all else, but we will have our own separate things we will do for ourselves. And then above all else, we will communicate and we will learn and grow and we will listen and hear each other. Even in the harshest of moments when we're yelling and screaming, we will never go to bed angry, but we will always remember to fight constantly because we want to work on ourselves all the time. And that's the only thing me and my wife have ever promised ourselves. But you need to find the acceptance that you have been searching for has to come from within first. From a person who came from a place where I believed I wasn't loved because of abuse that was done to me when I was a boy by somebody who wasn't even family or anybody else. It was a stranger, you know, who had relationship issues because of that abuse, who had deep, dark thoughts because of that abuse, who had to overcome a lot of those understandings and still works on to some of those things to a degree to this day. But I had to come to that acceptance about myself that that wasn't what I really wanted. I wanted a committed relationship that was something that felt more like a soulmate than I wanted a beautiful body. Well, maybe it's time to embrace the dream. Maybe it's time to embrace life and give it all the love you have to give. Maybe that's all it takes to show this man just how ready you are. Maybe just standing up and saying, I know we're both working on things right now, but I really see a future with us. Maybe we can start to talk a little bit more. Maybe date a little bit lightly, and when you're ready and I'm ready, if you want to give it a shot, you come let me know. It's that simple. It really is that simple. But you have to love yourself enough to be able to say, I love me and I'm sharing the real cool me. Now, if that person can't accept that, they're not the right one. They'll never be the right one. But you will find someone who will come find you one day. Maybe it's your turn to be the girl who gets down on a knee and asks someone to marry them, or be that boyfriend, girlfriend, or do something like that. You know, we don't live in this old-fashioned society that I used to grow up in, where those stupid rules used to exist anymore. You know, we're all a bunch of free-willed crazy bunch of crazy ball dating people will do whatever the hell we want to do when we want to do it, unless you're living in one of those war-torn countries where you don't have a choice. But that's kind of goes with the game of life of what you're allowing to happen. And that's what you needed to hear today, Princess, is that it's not about whether or not. I think more often than not, this will be a more positive experience. I feel that there's a little bit more attraction here than he's let on. And I think once you kind of tell him this, I think he'll be kind of like the wide-eyed, why didn't you tell me sooner kind of moment. Okay? Hey, I420 guys playing a lot of coin pusher in there, so go press exclamation point all, and don't forget to exclamation point punch once in a while, and drop him a follow, and definitely smoke a doobie with him, and hang out with the main man with the master plan, watch some funny cartoons on screen. I was watching that silly cartoon, like I saw it like twice, it was stoned off my ass, and you know what? Well, maybe it's time to listen, Princess. If the universe keeps trying to lead you to one answer and you don't want to accept that as the truth, what does that tell you? Do you know what the definition of insanity is? I bet you really don't, because it's not what people think it is. It is not doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. It's doing the same thing over and over again and not caring there's not a different result. That's what the difference is, because you couldn't care less what anyone thinks anymore. You have no conception of any kind of anything more than just you live in your world. That's all you exist in. There is no other world. There is no here. You don't see anything else other than that world. That's the definition of insane, okay? So if you can start to see another world, another chance to give it a shot, then shoot your shot. Well, if you find out later he wasn't the guy, then maybe the next guy will be the man of your dreams who will sweep you off of your feet for a change and make you feel like the queen you deserve to be treated like. How about them cookies? Princess? So, no more excuses, Princess. Let's do some of that self-work. All right, Lightseeker, it is your turn for your reading for today. Lightseeker, Lightseeker. Don't say hope so, say I am. Don't say hope so, say I am. The moment you own your Princess Elizabeth self, because we call ourselves things for a reason here, guys, okay? Princess Elizabeth was one of the most well-loved princesses of my generation. When I think of Princess Elizabeth, I think of Princess Diana. Okay? That's what I think of when I think of Princess Elizabeth. Even though I know her name wasn't Princess Elizabeth, whenever I think of that name. So, think of what you've named yourself and own up to the name. You are Princess Elizabeth. Someday, Queen Elizabeth. And some guy will be happy to be your king. Go for it. As the wife says. All right. No, Alexa. No. Alexa, thank you. Please turn off hands-free for at least 2 hours.
Doing my job. Happy Tuesday.
I got a TV that has Alexa on it. Alexa, can you please turn off hands-free for 2 hours?
Sorry, what device?
The TV.
Okay, I'll turn off the TV.
No, Alexa, I just turned off my TV. Oops, my bad. I so deserved that. That was hilarious. Never mind. Stop listening to me. Alexa, stop listening to me.
There's a microphone off button on Echo Smart Speakers, which electronically disconnects the microphones. When pushed, a red light appears, and your device won't process any sound.
Okay, good. And we got that going. Anyway, sorry guys. Technical issues abound again. Okay, so 7 and 11, right, Lightseeker? Let me do your official shuffle. For the cleansing shuffle, of course. This is your cleansing shuffle. And then we're going to do Lightseekers in chat. And thank you very much for letting me know I'm amazing. I'm just trying to help you guys make the best choices that are right for you. So no matter the advice I give you guys, you got to go back to your normal life and really think about the choices that you want to make and make the best one that's right for you. Because there's no one out here who can give you the best advice possible. You know the answer. You know what you really want to do. You're just looking for someone to give you permission to go do it. I give you permission to go do it. Okay. But here we go, Lightseeker 11, 7 and 11, right? Here we go. 1, 2, whoops. You got some God cards already. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5, 6. There's another one. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is now on top. You have 3 God cards today there, Lightseeker. I have to do something real quick because I noticed some of my cards got turned around real quick. And I'm just going to take 5 seconds to go like that. Boom. Especially when I start flipping like that, I know things are going to get really fun really fast. Okay, I think that was it. It was just like a couple of them decided to flip in my hand the wrong way. It was like I knew there wasn't a lot of them, so I was like, okay. So here we go, Lightseeker. Just letting out my truth these days and working on heading ahead. Can you please see if I'm not hurting folks in the process? They are super old and cute. I know they did their best in acknowledging and they are limited in life. I mean, so I am working on facing my fears and walking my path. Okay, so we kind of want some self-check-in time, huh? And that's where we're at there. And welcome on in. As you guys can see, my list fills up fast some days, and some days it doesn't fill up fast. Today I'm having a 420 day. Usually on 420 days, that's when I get the busiest because that's when I see. It's just, I guess it's a little bit more fun here when I have 420 days. So there will be a moment like at 11:30 if my list gets pretty big, I will close down the queue. But right now I've got plenty of time to do all of these guys. Just stay in chat so that I can get you the best possible reading I can. Okay, guys. If you guys gotta go for a bit, come back and just double check every once in a while. Okay. I'm gonna have a smoke real quick too. And just a regular one this time, because and you guys gotta let me know when it's 420 in chat. So then, like I said, in a couple of more minutes, you'll see a 10:20 on. Gotta put that 420 marker on there, so then we can take a 420 hit together. Every hour on the hour, every 20 on the hour, we do a hit. Either we'll do a joint or we'll do a brass monkey or something like that. And back to the show. Yeah, well, Lightseeker, cocky doesn't mean bad thing. You know, people think that this cocky nature or this actually belief in self nature is what it should be called. Believing in myself, believing that I am a powerful person that can accomplish a lot of things is nothing to feel guilty about. There's nothing you're doing too hoarsely right now. You're too busy trying to make sure that you don't start any more fires out there. You're already doing that. You're already actively working on not doing anything that could hurt anybody because you already are thinking about what will happen to somebody in the future. You are currently doing the best you can, and you're gonna make mistakes. What? Not yet. It's not even close. Get back here in a couple more minutes, and then tell me it's 420. What? This one's for you there, buddy. All right, that one's for 420 guy. Anyway, but it's about that fire that you need to put out so that you can start to concentrate on the one fire that's in front of you. You know? That's right. He's absolutely right. When he's here, it's always 420. That's right. Anyway, but it's more and less about the fire that you have to start to pay attention to in front of you. It's got to be your strongest fire. So you got to extinguish all of this old crap first. But that's not cocky. Okay, that's you letting go of the doubt. That's you letting go of the fear. That's you doing everything you say you want yourself to be doing. Okay? That's you doing the work. Now you have to accept what you've become now through that work. How did this change me? Did this change me? Does this change my perspective on life? Now that I believe in myself and I have this belief in what I can do in this world, you've seen it for yourself, that good things can come back to people who do good things for others, as you have done for other people as well. So, you already know how it all works. You have to accept your path as what you know it already is and allow it to develop and accept that that's what you need to, the only thing you need to do work on next, because you're building the next stage forward. You're building that new safe spot so that you have a home to feel inside of yourself. That foundation is being set here because you had to let go of the old foundation, because you had to accept the new foundation, because you had to build on top of the new foundation so that that foundation can serve you and make you that better whole person. But that means working on filling some of these needs. And being cocky means you're going after what you actually need. You're not trying to fill the wants anymore. Selfish people go after what they want. Okay? I want a new car. I want a new house. I want all this material crap. I want this new fun system in front of my face. Okay? That's a materialistic want. What I needed in this life was the beautiful bounty of the love I got in return for all of that which I did for others. And that meant I had to save that portion in my little wall and make that a part of who I was. That's the part that keeps me safe from becoming the self I don't want to be. The person who I was a depressed, angry man who yelled at everybody. Yeah, I still yell at you, but I do it in a fun way now, not in a mean way anymore. Okay, and you might not say to yourself, I can believe any of this shit. But you go ask my wife if there wasn't that moment when it happened, and she will tell you damn straight it was. Because you have to do the one thing left, the only thing you have left to do, Light Seeker. Claim your power and walk the walk, talk the talk, do the do. Watch out for mythical 2x4s that the universe will send your way when you get too cocky. Trust me, the universe will send you back to a place where you will understand that. But right now, that's why we're building this safe spot. Because we're going to put you through challenges. We're going to put you through change. We're going to throw a couple 2x4s your way and hope you can duck. But that is what change is about. It's about you understanding when that change is coming. If I'm ready for it, it's a Nerf little bat, okay? If you're not paying attention and not ready for it, it's a wooden baseball bat, maybe a metal one if you're not, if you're not lucky. But it's about you owning up to your path and starting to say, this is what I want to walk and do. I know you understand. I just had to finish my sentence. Exactly. So why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you allowing that to start to melt away that icy exterior? The real thing you need to be working on is lowering your shields, not raising them. You're keeping yourself so protected from the outside world. That's what's going on. You keep blocking yourself from the things that will help you, move you, and change you into the things that will move you and change you. Without some catalyst to help you grow, you will never go past where you are now. This is the challenge. This is the fear left. This is the anxiety left. This is all that other stuff that you keep saying you want to let go of and be free of. You need to start to listen to the ancient knowledge you have within yourself and stop listening to what everybody else is trying to tell you and how to run your life and what they're trying to tell you how to do it and all. And maybe it's time to start to believe in self and say, you know what? I always knew this is what I wanted to do. I only became the unknown prophet when I said I am. I am the unknown prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Yada yada. You know my standard opening, right? When I started that sentence for the very first time, I became that. I now have to celebrate it with every single fiber of my being that I am walking into the cauldron of change gladly. Because one day it will all come back and be a part of my journey forward, where I will have learned and obtained what I went out and sought out to seek in a physical, mental, and spiritual way. I will celebrate life with my friends, along with the people who helped me change and grow along the way. But there will always be an aspect I am working on, achieving something just a little bit better than the last day, because I never want to reach full achievement. I always want to be trying to strive for achievement. And that's what you need to start to put in that head of yours. Is start to strive for achievement. You're never going to reach perfect. Not until you die and become a part of the energy of all things. Right, Light Seeker? Is that why we were seeking the light in the first place? Right? Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, we'll see. It's about you owning your path. It's just, you already know what you were destined to here to do. You know, you already know why you're here. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. Why aren't you doing it is the only question. Why aren't you accepting it as this is it? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is it right here, right now. Is the only thing left for you to do. The only true perfection in life is unconditional love and unconditional trust. That's where you're perfect just the way you are. No conditionals on top of any of that. Just like your mother or father would do to you. You know, the real moms and dads of this world who don't see conditions with their children. So let's get into ladies reading. Ladies, been waiting a while. We've got Be New Girl next. Then we've got Dre. And then we got Lixie. So I want to try to get to everyone as much as possible here. So, one moment here. We got 5 more minutes, but I'm going to take a pre-hit. And we're going to have one of these bad boys when we go for the next time we light up, we'll do one of the joints here. So, all right. So, lady, cleansing, clearing your cards off. There is only that which we seek. I never wanted to reach perfect. I wanted to reach I love me for who I am. That's what I wanted to reach one day. I wanted to reach a day where I could say I'm happy with everything that I have. I have not a want or need for anything in this world. And above all that, damn it, I deserve it. How about that? One more cleansing shuffle for lady here because I feel like she needs it. What is this 15-11 crap? You know the rules. Really? 15 and 11? I'll do 11 and 15. How about that for you? You get one extra shuffle out of me, lady, but that's enough of that stuff there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Sesame Street. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 15th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the 15th card is now on top. We're ready, lady? I hope you're really ready for this one today there, lady. I don't get to say this enough, but I hope you're really ready because I think you need this today. And if you could let it be today, you could start living the life you want to live. And I'm really serious before I even start this. Okay, because I'm already feeling where you're at there, and I can already feel why you're feeling the way you're feeling right now. So let me ask you this question. Is it more about what you're going through or what you refuse to swim through? Because you're a lot like my wife can be at times. She can be very stubborn sometimes, very lazy, stubborn, just like I can be. I'm a lazy, stubborn, selfish bastard sometimes too, just like her. But sometimes she does something that I don't do. She tries to navigate around all of her issues. She tries to avoid them rather than dealing with them sometimes. Before she became the whale's joy, this is what she would do. She's a water spirit, a whale at heart. She's always had a connection with oak trees and whales. But you know what? She didn't have the best bringing up. She went through a lot of harsh things. She was abused by an adopted mother, left behind by her birth mother. She grew up with an abusive husband, people who didn't believe her when she was trying to tell the truth about what she was going through, people who were supposed to protect her who didn't, you know? And then there were some things that she had to go through. So there were some major things she had to learn how to navigate through. There's no doubt about that. But then that translated into adult life, where she kept doing that, trying to dodge the bullet, because that was the only way to stay safe. It wasn't until she decided that she couldn't do that anymore. She had to find something within herself worthy of finally living again. And lady, I say this with all due respect, it's time to come up for that fresh breath of air and start to breathe in how happy you should be right now for all the abundance in your life. I should say, how dare you, and smack the fucking camera for all the abundance that you have. You need to look around again and start to really look at what you got there, because maybe you haven't appreciated it enough, and that's the harshness that you're really feeling, because you haven't appreciated it. And we both did this as people. I don't know. Do you have good friends who love you? Do you have good family who's always there for you? Do you have a tarot reader who comes and tries to help you whenever you need it? Do you have friends online who are always there for you? Do you have people of this world who try to do wonderful, kind things for you? Really? Everyone abandoned you? Everyone abandoned you? Well, then maybe it's time to make the family you choose to have and stop worrying about all those who abandoned you and start to make the family that feels good for you. You build the family you want. So go find people like me. I'm your brother. Today, we are brother and sister. You and I are brother and sister. I'm your older brother, younger brother. I don't care what kind of brother I am. I am your brother. Because I am going to tell you, you have to come up for that fresh breath of air and breathe life in again and stop being so afraid of the hurt and why everyone keeps abandoning you. Who gives a flying fuck if they didn't love me in the first place? Then fuck them. I need to find someone who will love me for who I am. And that's where we're at, trying to navigate around those hurts in that sea, not coming up for that fresh breath of air when you should be coming up for dances of joy that you don't have to deal with any of that afraid, hurt feeling anymore, because those people left you. They're gone. So bury them. Have a funeral for them. Let them go. Show them how much they don't mean to you by living the best life you could possibly live. Start to see the potential you have inside of yourself. You have to start to see that you're just like a bud on a tree. You think a bud knows exactly what kind of a leaf it's going to be? Before, you didn't think it had to grow through that snow and that dirt and that dust that was on that tree. You don't think it had to go through that adversity to become the kind of person it was supposed to be? But that potential that you say And what is your potential? You're one of the most loving people. You want to help so bad. You're just afraid to hurt. You want to do something that means something in this world. Just something to be remembered by, even if it's the smallest little thing. And all you want is that one little light on at the end of the night that someone can find hope by. That's what you've really been wanting. That's what you're really seeking right now. Because that potential has yet to be tapped, because you yet to see that light. It may be a pinprick of a light, but it's there. What are you responsible for doing at this point? Opening your goddamn leaf up by taking in the positivity, allowing it to grow you, allowing that emotional stuff to rain down on earth how you need it to rain down. But let it out, let it go, and move on from the hurt. Forgive, forget, move on. And be the kind of bud who grows out of that adversity and becomes even more beautiful. Because now you're going to live a real, good, rich, full life. Full of you learning what it means to be the kind of woman you have always wanted to be. You call yourself Lady Athena. Do you know what Athena is the goddess of? Because if you don't, I need to remind your ass what the goddess of Athena is. Huh? Huh, Lenny? Do you know what the goddess Athena is? I bet you do. And I bet you're kicking yourself right now going, yeah, ask myself what I wanted to become. Well, the only way you become a warrior of war is you fight through it all. You overcome every obstacle by defeating your enemy, by finding a way. The only way to win a war, any war, is to find peace and coming together. There are no winners in war. That's what the goddess of war teaches us. That's why war is important for us to know about, because we are the creation of that anger, that hate, that stuff that we must fight through to find peace. The day you say today is that day. I find peace today, lady. That's when it happens. When you say, I don't care, I'm throwing it all away then. I'm starting over, my way, my life, my journey, my path. And anybody who has left me behind from that day, and then you look yourself in the mirror and you say, I love you, Lady Athena. I am the goddess of war. I am the Lady Athena of, you know. And I know there's Lady Pallas, and I think that's what it's supposed to say, but don't quote me on that. You understand what I'm trying to say then there. You know what I'm saying? It's about you reaching a stage of maturity where you are getting through this war. The only way to win a war is to stop fighting and accept that there are just some things that we can't and don't necessarily ready to change. And if we can accept that parts of ourselves for who we truly are and listen to the guides that have been trolling us the whole time, we got you. We're not going to let you fail. We're not going to keep you from where you're supposed to be at. We're not trying to do this to you or for you. Some of this is just how life happens in the world. It's just free will game time. So if you don't like the way your life is, no one's stopping you from going to make it better, are they? Are you in chains in a cage somewhere where you can't get out of? And why do you have access to a computer? If you're in jail, well, that's a different story, okay? But you still can follow the rules, get paroled out, and follow the path forward by using what they're giving you as your fuel for your fire of rebirth. Do you know what a phoenix does when it is reborn? What a real god of war does? They don't die. They get back on track. They come back from death itself and they keep fighting because they only know how to do one thing: win, 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 win. So, you pick the goddess of war. Maybe it's time to pick the goddess Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Maybe it's time to choose a new name and become someone new. Or maybe it's time for you to finally receive and take the gifts that we're giving you and only receive the ones you're ready to open. Bask in the sunshine once more and get around more positively minded people instead of the dicks who keep fucking with your life. Maybe if you were like a sunflower in a sunflower field, following the sun around all day long with all the other positive people in this world that do exist out there, that are there. Hi, my name is, and anyone who's in my chat are one of these people. We are your sunflowers. Stand in us until you feel more positive. Stand in us until you feel more positive. The love, the share, the energy that we give you every single time you come here. We are beaming our love, our energy right to you right now because we all care what happens to you, because you have to pick up the change you want. You have to fill that piggy banks up. Stop filling the wants of your life. Start asking yourself what you need to be filled. What does it take for me to be happy? What does happy mean? What does that definition mean to me? Yeah, they do. Because you refuse to take an easier path. And this is the main reason. These are the main last two reasons, okay? Because I knew that question was coming, okay? Why are these cards fucking with my life? Well, these cards aren't fucking with your life. Your higher power is trying to fuck with your life by pointing out some harsh truth you needed to hear today. I said, this is going to kick your ass. You really ready for it? I said, are you ready? You said, I am. I said, okay, let's go. So let's make a plan that's easy for us to follow, that we can accomplish one step at a time. We are going to find a way to get to that goal that we need to get to. Like me saying, I don't need a time clock to tell me when to smoke mine green. I'm going to take an easy path and do it when I feel it's right. I'm going to take one hit, let it soak into my life, and now this is what you need to hear the most. This lesson is the lesson you need to hear, okay? You know what you've done to yourself, lady? You know what you've really done? I'm sorry, guys, it takes as long as it takes for every reading, so I'm sorry. It does take where it does take. I don't have a time limit. I don't have a timer. Anything it takes is what I feel like I keep going till you need. You keep putting yourself in a prison. You've sentenced yourself to death by the most miserable life possible. You've put yourself in your own damn prison, and you're not even willing to give yourself parole rights or ever a way out because you refuse to believe you're still putting your life in prison? Well, there you go. You know what that means, right? What did you do so wrong to deserve this? Really? Did you do something so bad that you deserve to be an institution for it? I bet you didn't. I bet what you did more often than not when people get this card is they created the kind of hell that they wanted to walk into because they thought they were ready for said situation. They took a chance on said situation. Said situation went to crap really fast, really hard, really long, and you're still feeling the after effects of that. And the reality of the fact is that you have to start to feel all those emotions pour out of you because you're in the only place you can be to do that. The only thing left to do is to create a new set of rules that you can abide by so you can turn your life around and start to breathe in that fresh breath air again with the breath of air in your lungs and living every day as if it was my best day ever because I choose it to be today's day. You know, it was one simple thing I said to myself when I reawakened as a spirit. I will breathe deep every single day and breathe the breath of life in my lungs. Even though I am unknown, I am the light in the darkness. I am everything that ever happened or ever will happen. I am the destiny weaver, the path maker, and I am the one who helps lead people to their best days ever. And I will one day become the man I have seen in my head when I was an 8-year-old boy. And boom, here I stand because I believed it with my whole heart. I gave myself permission not to put myself in the same old ugly cage over and over again like I was sentenced to this for life. No, the only person who's putting you in the hell you are in is you. So you want to get out of this hell? Stop putting yourself through hell and go do whatever it takes to find happy. Get paroled. Turn your life around into being one more positive than it was the last. Maybe you need to listen to your brother today and hear me when I say you can do this. You can breathe new life into you. You have to let those emotions out. All of them. The good, the happies, the uglies, the sads. And once you've emptied yourself out of all of that which you used to have in your life, then you fill yourself back up with better, more positive things. So you know what you need to do today? You need to go have a funeral for the old self once and for all, 100% completely, all the way. It's time to let this old self die so that you can be reborn as a new, beautiful, brilliant, self-confident, self-assured, self-loving, all the things you've ever wanted to be in your life and more. And you will put your finger down in the sand and mark my words, you will carve it into reality within a year's time. But you'll have to believe it like I just said it to you. Can you do that for me? I said within a year. Within a year. That means it could be sooner than a year. That's the longest it will take. A year and a day. You know what that means. Damn straight I'm going to support you this year. Mark my words, unless I die of some unnatural causes I can't control, I will try to be here as much as I humanly can be for you. I will try to do as much as I can for you, but I will not make decisions for you. I will not live your life, and I will not tell you what you do want to hear. I will keep being the same honest straight shooter I've always been with you people. Today, go get yourself a Michael's little box and create your grave and start to put in that grave all that which you wish to bury today. I want you to go get your coffin of your old self and make a puppet of what that represents for you. And I want you to put all of your will and intent into what you don't want in your life anymore. And then I want you to either go bury it in a sacred space or Viking funeral the bastard like you should and let it go. And then you start. Today is the first day of the best day of my life because I decide it's going to be what I want it to be. It's going to be my best day ever. You say it your way, you do it your way, whatever that means to you. I will promise to be honest with you. I will call you on your shit. And that's what the gods are doing right now. They're calling you on your shit and telling you if you want real change, you want real growth, you gotta earn it in this world. You know, nothing ever came to me because I sat around and waited for it to happen to me. Everything I've ever done, I've done myself because no one would do it for me. Because no one believed in me. That's okay. I don't need anyone else to believe in me. I believe in me. So, now, on to the next Be New Girl. Be New Girl. It's your turn. I do get to you in order, guys, so stay in line. I will call you out, but lady, honestly, in this next year, and even if it takes that long, okay? And then what I need you to do is I want you to choose a new name for yourself that you don't share online, that's representative of who you want yourself to be. I want you to remember all the things you've ever wanted to be. From the time you were your youngest person, to what your current dreams and goals are, to what you would like to see your life become from where it is now to where it is in the future. And then after you're done burying that old self, That's when you start to write down on a piece of paper your new name and your contract with you and your new highest self. And you're going to be striving to be like that someday. You may never achieve it, but you will always strive towards it. And trust me, when you are done doing that, that's when the new changes will begin. So when you're ready to do that, that's what my instructions are. Take some time to think about why you need to let this all go, why the words that I'm saying right now make sense. 10 and 10 for my Be New Girl. Let me do your Be New Girl shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We got to do a cleansing shuffle for Be New Girl first. Oh no. And there's a lot of beautiful people who do a lot of beautiful things for other people out there. And they're not trying to get anything out of it. They're trying to grow their communities, grow their friendship networks, try to share their story and their journey with other people. And sometimes people get confused and don't understand some of the things that they don't understand in everybody else's chats. And people make mistakes and people come and go and people are going to be there for short amount of times. And some things are going to be there forever. But that new self you want to be born, will be amazing when you let it be. Maybe you live up to a name you can live up to this time instead of picking a God that you can live up to this time. Maybe you can pick a name that you can actually live up to that represents who you see yourself wishing you could be. Yeah, I knew this was coming, so I was just waiting for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know the mirror one I was trying to tell you about the other day? I want you to go write her name on a mirror, and then I want you to just focus on everything that she says to you bounces back to her. That's all you have to think. Just think that. It won't bounce onto you. It'll bounce back to her. Let's start there. Now let's see if that's going to work for you here. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hate is a form of a psychic attack. Of course, she's psychically attacking you, not intentionally. It's her hate of you that's attacking you. That negativity doesn't just stop where she's at. It goes forward. Of course, there's a part of her attacking you. She don't like you. Well, you don't like her much either, so it's a mutual hate relationship. I hate you, you hate me. We're a happy hating family. Oh, for the love of God. Really there, Be New Girl? Really? Really? That's what we're all about there? Welcome in, Heels. Huh? Really? Really here? Do you see what card just popped up there at the end of that old reading there? Oh boy. You're giving this woman way more credit than she has any, and you're giving her way more. You know what you're doing? You're giving her power over you. This is what you keep continuing to do. You're giving away your power so that she has power over you. You might not think you're doing this to yourself, but you are, because the more you hate someone, the more you're asserting your power over them. Now that person, even though you're asserting that power over, does not mean they accept that power over you. You accept power over yourself. You don't accept the power over you. Yourself overpowers anybody else's power, blah, 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 blah. It's about the picture that we paint in our heads about what this means as far as the Trappist ego. If things are looking like they're getting worse, isn't this a good thing? If she's becoming bitchier, angrier, if she's becoming more fed up with the situation, isn't this the thing that could be heading her in the direction you said you wanted to happen anyway? Didn't we talk about this? Well, You're going to be his brother for life. She's going to be his wife for a brief moment in his hopefully short amount of life. I can't believe you haven't heard something about your brother having questions about it by now. You know what I'm saying? I know, but still. He has a brain. It's not like he's a robot. Well, maybe he is. Maybe his brain was removed and a robot's body was replaced. It's no longer a brother, it's a robot brother. Anyway, it's you see the picture you want to see, she sees the picture she wants to see, even though what's behind that picture is different for each of you. Yes, you already see well behind her picture. She shows well behind your picture. She thinks you're egotistical. She thinks that you're self-righteous and you're self-moralizing and that you're the only one who knows better and you're the one who always has to be right and you can't ever be wrong. And this is the things she says in her head most of the time. She plants her new seed of hate for you every day. Well, you do it to her too, so don't say you don't do it back in return, okay? Because you do it as much as she do. Like I said, it's a mutual hate-on-hate relationship. It's a relationship. Do you realize you're in a relationship with your sister-in-law? A relationship of hate? Can you think about that for 5 seconds, Be-New Girl? Because maybe you need to start to put new, different seeds down and start to say, who cares what she thinks? Walking away from that. Yeah. Well, then that's good for you. Maybe this is all just confirmation for you then, And that's just confirmation that it's time for you to plant your own new seeds and stop worrying about what goes on with her and all of that. Like I said, it's time for you to start to embrace your own path, not worry about what everybody else is doing. And I believe that part of the psychic energy you're feeling is yourself basically bouncing back what you are giving to this person. You are bouncing back to yourself. So you're creating your own demon here. Do you understand? You are creating your own entity that is designed to hate her so much she's going to utterly destroy this person with every fiber of your being. And the universe is going to see you saying that and make it become something. And when it comes back to get you, because it will come back to get you, don't come crying to me about how bad your life is. Okay? That's all I got to say. It's time to either let her go, forgive, forget, and move on. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to tell yourself at the end of the day. I'm just not going to hear her when she's babbling at me anymore. You're a powerful person. You are a powerful psychic yourself. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not hard to read you sometimes because you do have a sense of a little bit more of a protective vibe about you sometimes. So sometimes it is a little bit hard to read you. So, and that's because you are very powerful, because you do know more than you are letting on, and you don't want to see it because your instincts are very, 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 very point on most of the time. Most of the time when you think something is a situation the way it is, you pretty much got it to within I'd say 80 percentile kind of a deal. What you need to start to do is start to believe in your power that you have within your own self. That you need to believe that you are loved by the people who can love you back in return. The others, you don't need to take that with you as their gift from them to you. It's better to move on and forgive and forget and say, you know what? I'm going to move her into a place of forgiveness. That way, at least I can move forward with my life knowing whatever my brother chooses to do is up to him and I've got to move on. On the last thing, it's time to start to carve my destiny into the life that I need to be living for me now. Not for my brother's happiness, not for his wife's happiness, for my happiness, Be-New Girl. Because I'm ready to mold that into being. I'm taking my destiny in my hot little hands and I'm molding it into that path, that little carved path that we are all setting. Well, that's actually like one of those little molds that we are setting down, our little crest of our lives that tell us exactly represents of who we are as a person. And that means we put down all the ingredients of everything. We shape it, we mold it, we put all that we are into it. And then we seal it with our most true, brilliant self. And boom, we have exactly the thing we are looking for. And that's exactly what you should be doing. And I think that's why you got this. I didn't need to yell at you for this card. Okay. Normally, I got to tell people in no uncertain terms what they need to hear. You just needed a light reminder you're more powerful than you think you are. You know? And that you have to be okay with that. You know? My mom says you're a good man, good girl. Sorry, girl. So girl. I don't know why I said man. Brain fart. You know, you're a good girl. Good woman who does a lot of good things in this world. Let your spirit shine brighter than hers. Let the universe see how bright of a star you are. Let your light outshine hers. Then her light won't be so bright anymore. That way, your brother will be more attracted to your light than her light. Because now you will shine in a way that will sense back all that which he needs to feel as a brother again. Maybe that's all that you really need to do, you know? Well, then go plant flowers. And that's a good way to think of it, too. You know? Plant the flowers you see in your life, you know? Oh. All right. Dreen. Sorry, I don't ever know how to say this name. Dr. Ian. Enamo. Yeah, you. Hey, you. Dre. Hey, Dre. Right, this burp was a 3? Oh, I didn't even realize I burped. Oops. Give me a second. Gotta knock on the door. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hello? Okay, whatever. I thought I had to knock on the door. I was wrong. Ah! No, I was wrong. I thought I heard a knock. Maybe it was Spirit calling me. Alright, guys, I'm officially closing the queue for the rest of the stream. So anyone who's in chat right now who just got in here, I've got 6 people left and I've got an hour left to go. So I am closing the queue down so I can make sure I get to all the people who are in line right now. So I apologize to anybody who comes in after this. But we're going to take a nice little 4:20 break here real quick before we get on to the Lexi's doctor's reading. I'm sorry, I accidentally pushed your name forward. So please let me know you're still here, Dre. Because I don't see your name on my screen anymore. Oh, yep, you're still there. Calling Dre. Calling Dre. This is your time for your reading, Dre. All right, Dre. You get a minute apiece for each call. If you don't respond within that time, I do move on to the next person in line. That's my number one rule is you have to be here when I call your name out. I try to give you 3 chances though, okay guys? So don't think I'm not going to get you. That's the other reason I'm closing the queue down is because I want to give everyone a chance too. And anyone who's already gotten a reading will get their reading. But I want to take people who haven't had a reading first. So, you know. I hope you're okay with that, new girl, being last. Because you'll be last again. Because you're going to need the other deck anyway. So I might as well wait to the end to do it. Then I don't have to reshuffle twice. So we're taking a joint break while we wait to see if Dre answers my second call. Second call for Dre. Second call for Dre. You actually redeemed second in chat, even though you weren't second in chat. Ha 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 ha. So you were the second one to redeem it, though. Ha 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 ha. You got it, Hidden. This one's for Hidden. And all those people who need to hydrate out there. I know it's coffee, but I do have water I drink on top of this, too. I just drink, 1 pot of coffee every morning most of the time, so. For the one, the only, the Hidden. Nope, can't do it. You'll have to wait to see if another one burrows up later, but I don't have anything in the burp box ready yet. So, all right, last and final call for Doc Dre. Dre. I've been okay, actually. I had a really good positive month. Last month, I got a Social Security disability benefits check that I've been waiting for 7 years for. So we got our plumbing fixed. We got a new sink, a new stove. We finally have working water in the front of the house for the first time in 7 years. Because when we originally bought this place, we didn't know that the plumbing was bad. And it went pretty bad pretty fast. And we finally replaced our stove that had been in disrepair for almost the same amount of time. So we did a lot of house repair stuff. We paid off a lot of our bills. We bought a lot of goodies. We're not going to lie. We gave away some money. We gave away some stuff to some very cool people. We tried to pay back a little bit. And you know what? We've been having the best fucking lit month ever. So I am having a very fucking lit month. I have never been happier. I have everything I could have ever asked for, and I'm still going to have money coming in, and I'm still going to be ahead of the game, and I'm working on publishing a new tarot deck. This deck into being 150 copies. You can go check out my link up there and check that out, Hidden, if you want to. It's time to promote the old tarot deck once again. That's right. It's the 5 Paths Tarot. You see it on the screen right there. It's my deck that I'm currently publishing through my Kickstarter campaign. If you want to be a part of that, reminder that there's an exclusive deal through my Kickstarter campaign for 50 copies. I will sign all of those copies and give away one original art card to one lucky person who purchases that deck. Now, they do cost $100, but that includes shipping and handling and all the processing fees and any of that. Plus, you're donating $100 towards my goal. So I've got 8 more decks left to go. That's 800 more decks before March 11th. That's when my goal ends. If I don't get my goal, all that money just goes back to the backers. And when the people who wanted a deck, who came here and went and became backers, you'll just automatically are going to get a deck. And if you guys want to donate something for shipping and handling and stuff like that, I'll do it through like an Etsy thingy. But I'll make sure if the ones who entered into that contest got to get a chance to win online or something like that as well. So that's kind of what's been going on with me right now, Hidden. All right, Dre, your turn is done. All right, Lexi, your turn. Lexi, it is your turn. Lexi 64, your turn. Hey, thank you. You're welcome, Lexi. Give me a second to finish this up real quick. I've already still done a cleansing shuffle. Doesn't matter who I'm cleansed shuffle for. These are meant for you. So here are your 2 official shuffles. 1 and 2. All right, 18th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oops. 20, 19, 18. Sorry, I almost moved it. Let me double check to make sure I didn't move it. Uno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And there we go. Now we got it all right. So here is your question. General reading for you today, I'm assuming. Oofty. No God cards for you, Lexi. This is a medical condition that some part of you cannot control. First and foremost, I want you to be aware that there is a part of you that cannot and will never be able to control this. That, however, said, I believe you have the power to overcome this. You know, there will be times where it will be a very real, very scary moment where you will not be able to leave. Okay? But there will come moments when you will eventually leave that room, eventually leave that place, because you're scared you're going to die like this. That you're going to live the rest of your life like you are living it right now. You don't want to see yourself die like this. This isn't a life. This is you being scared of life. And that's what we're scared of. We're scared of the hurt. We're scared of the change. We're scared of learning what happy means and getting happy and losing happy and gaining happy and losing happy. And the thing about it is that you have a part of yourself that wants this part of yourself to finally die within you. And I will say about 75 to 85% of that is able to move on past you, and you can very well get past it. As soon as you can accept that this is not what you find when you leave the door. You are not. We are all walking towards death. We are all the walking dead. Do you realize how much of a metaphor that is? Because we are all living, breathing creatures who are continually dying from the second we live in that womb, from the moment of conception to the moment of our death. Whichever way you want to put in your personal belief systems there, I don't care. I'm not here to tell you how to believe. I'm here to tell you it's time to let go of what keeps holding you back, Lexi, from that normal life. That has to die within you first. So are you really ready to let that part of you go and really, really move through it? Bravery is moving through that which scares you. Courage, true courage, is doing it even though you're scared. There is no person on earth who isn't scared when they run into a fire, even if it's to save the one that they love the most. You don't think about it half the way there, but by the time you turn yourself around and look back at what you did or did not do correctly in there, you have to start to see, start to really look at, let's see, what your life would look like if you walked out that door and found peace and love and acceptance, that you would find all facets of the world, everything from extreme prejudice to loving, kind, natured people. And you do have courage because you've lived with this for 10 years. That doesn't mean you haven't had your moments. There's going to be a day where if you don't test this for yourself now, there will come a day where the world may test it for you. What if there's a fire someday? What if there's something where you need to get out of that house and your fear stops you from leaving that house? Even though your life's in danger, you're more scared of what happens when you walk out of the door than burning in a fire? I mean, really? Is that what it's going to take to get you out of that house? Are you really to start to look at your life and see what you're doing to yourself and say, this is not making me happy anymore? I have to make a choice. Either I have to overcome this fear and start to test my boundaries, what way I can handle it, of course. Hey, there's a lot of online therapy right now that can help you get to that point where you could walk out that door. If I had the ability to come walk you out the door myself, I would. But I don't have that ability to come take your hand and say, I will make sure you're safe. And we'll stand out on the first step of your doorway, and that's all the further we'll go. And then we'll go back inside, and I'll say, you did that. That's it. It's that first step out of the door. It's not even a full step out of the house. It's onto the little piece of wood or portion of whatever portion of the welcome mat you want to say of life is. That is the first step out. Take that first step first before you take any step other than that. Make sure you can take the first step. If you can take one foot out the door, you're a success today. One toe out the door, you're a success today. Every day you do something more than you did the previous day is you taking into consideration that what you will find out those doors will be opportunity and abundance and joy, and you will find more happiness than you will find sorrow. But I can't tell you that there's not that fair share of evil things in this world. And yes, there's a bunch of things that can kill and hurt you in this world. But you know what can't kill and hurt you? Everything you're doing right now, you'll live the safest life possible, but you'll never know anything more than what you know right now. If you're okay with that, maybe you can contemplate a little bit more about what that looks like. Can I live just like I am? I'm not bothering anybody. I get everything I need. Why do I need to go outside? Can I invite people in? Are you okay with people coming inside? Maybe we need to put forth, and maybe we need to let go of the junk that we've been carrying around with us in our ugly old car junk. We need to empty out the car trunk every once in a while because we throw all the goo. Look, I saw a lamp on the side of the road. I think it's pretty. Nope, doesn't work. Throw it in the trash. Okay, we all drive this long, hard walk from time to time. We all try to run this marathon to get to where we're supposed to get. We all think the big accomplishment is doing it and getting it over with. No, it's the getting ready to get over it. It's the pre-workout. It's the getting yourself ready to say, when I walk out this door, I am going to have one positive step today. One positive step today. And then take your foot back in and then do it the next day. Tomorrow, I have one positive step to take. You're taking that gas pedal and you're pressing down on the accelerator. Not too fast, not too slow, at the speed you can control. Because you're the one in control of your own hands here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you could overcome this very easily in your life right now. And maybe that's the first step. Maybe it's about testing which boundary you're more comfortable with testing first. Are you more willing to go outside where you still have your safe spot to go back to for now? They're going to have a safe spot for now. This is your safe spot. Where you're in is your safe spot. You know that when you're here, you're safe, right? Or so you think you are. It's really been turning into this really nice, ugly old cage, hasn't it? It feels nice, safe, comfortable, and warm. But are things starting to break down? Are things starting to get more harder to do? Is there going to come a point in your life where you may need help? What if one day they deem you too unworthy to be on your own and they put you in a place where, you have to listen to, other people and have to be around other people and you don't get a choice anymore, What if your choice is taken away from you? You got to start thinking about that as well, because there will come a point where someone might say you need help more than you think you need, and they're going to put you in a place where, you can get that help, Now that might be someone who's in your life right now might be actually looking at that. Do you need more help than you can get right now? Do you need some outside help? And I think there's someone in your family who might be trying to think about helping you find whatever. I do this with my therapist, but okay, so you do this already. So I guess maybe it's a confirmation for you then, Lexi. I just kind of feel like I needed to put that out into the universe just to finish my thought more than anything. And I'm sorry about my bad whatever language you speak of, because I don't know what language you normally speak. Parle français, el español. Hola, ¿cómo estás, señor? Bien. That's about all I know. I'm going to cleanse these cards off really good for Lewis Kate. Ah, ma oui. Mon parlez-vous français? Is about all I know of French, okay? That's it. ¿Cómo estás, señor? Bien. Muy bien. I used to work at a Taco Bell, okay? They taught me a little bit of the Spanish. I picked a little bit up. I've forgotten most of it now, but, you know, cosas, todo todino. You know, sometimes I start speaking Spanish in my sleep because I do remember some of it sometimes, but I don't physically, can't draw back from it anymore. So, Lewis Kate wants to find out their answer, so hit me with your numbers. We're ready for you there. So, sorry there was a commercial break. Well, did you hear everything I was telling you though, and understand everything before we move on to Lewis? Throw me your numbers, and we'll get into. We got 10, and throw me the second number 1 through 52. I just want to finish to make sure Lexi heard everything she needed to. Remember, if you do miss anything, guys, you can always go back to the VOD, look at it about what time it was. You were within the last hour of my stream, so I'll let me see if I can clip that real quick for you. All right, we clipped that for you, okay? So, okay. So I also clipped it for you too. And when I get a chance, or you guys can also save a clip or something like that if you guys want to as well. You know, you guys have the clipping ability. I need you guys to start saving some more good clips of me. You know, I don't have too many. Whenever I go into stream, it's always the old Jabadiah stuff I don't do anymore. And I thought I got rid of all of that junk. So I have to go look at my settings again. That was when I used to do the podcast of the evil person who was trying to take over the world and press the magic red button and blow us all up. But I was trying to save the world doing it. That was my little podcast ha 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 moment. Okay? I'm not proud of it, but it was fun. Okay? Lewis, we got 10 and 42. You got it. We're going full tilt kitty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you. See, I did get a couple new ones here, so I will be switching it out from time to time. If you guys ever want to wear me a new beanie, just redeem your channel points, and I'll put on a different beanie or something like that for you. So that's kind of something fun I can do every once in a while for you guys. I don't want to make it too obtrusive. You know, I don't want people redeeming channel points all the time here because I want to be able to do readings. I don't want to be going, oh, I'm taking my hat off all the time. I'm not the come watch me be a spaz for however long I want to be a spaz for. Or do whatever my thing is, whether it's game, talk to people, babble, and do tarot readings, whatever you want, whatever your bag is, it's not up to me. Okay, and we were at 10, and we got 42, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and the 42nd card is now on top for my favorite Lewis. Okay, and Lewis's question was today, hi there, will I move into a house one day and will I end up living abroad? Oh la la. Well, the bigger question is when, right? Now, will I? But when will I? Is that what we're trying to ask? And, when are you moving from your house? You're kind of getting ready to do that right now, honestly. You're starting to move into the I'm really getting fed up where I live portion of living where you're at, and you're already starting to look at a couple new places and whatever seems to be wanting to come through for you right now, even if it's someplace you're not really maybe it's a tiny bit more expensive, or maybe it's a little bit more run down or something. You just want out of where you're at for whatever reason. And this situation, whether you realize it or not, has been trying to build up this belief in yourself to start to take ownership of, not letting people control your lives and telling you what to do, okay? And I'm not talking about a parent trying to help you here. I'm talking about actual trying to control your life and make you do certain things you aren't really ready to be doing. You want to make your forge be powerful for you, not for anybody else. And you want to start to build that power source up. So everything that you're going through right now is adding that fuel into that forge. You're getting yourself ready for that change. So I would definitely start looking, especially within this next month for sure, of start looking for places to go. You might have to settle for a little bit less or a little bit more than you have now, but I think that opportunity will come through for you. But I think you kind of got to get angry about the situation that you're in a little bit about, and maybe ask for help from the people who haven't been treating you so well, that they've got to give you, hey, it's time for me to, if I've got to live here for a little bit longer, maybe I need you guys to listen to some of my rules and some of the things I need here too. I'm paying rent. I'm doing what I'm doing here to make sure everything. Hey, I deserve some kind of amount of us coming together here. I might have to share a little bit more what I'm distressed about feelings and make it in certain terms that, hey, what I do in my section is what I do. What you do in your section is what you do. Okay? And you may have to stop being so worried about when it happens and just look for the first opportunity to do it. Start wandering and start looking until you find something, anything else that could feel better than where you're at right now. You know you're going to stay in the areas you want to stay in and around the places you want to stay around, but there's always going to be that opportunity for something better. Maybe you buy a fixer-upper and fix it up. Maybe you buy solar paneling and fix the roof and make sure you're on a well that doesn't require any plumbing. You make your own pumping system. You live off the land. You make your own vegetables. You have your own little farm full of blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can live very comfortably in the woods somewhere without anybody's assistance or help. Okay, no one can stop you. I'd like to see one person who's going to go out there and stop you from doing that. Okay, maybe the person who thinks they own the land, but even then, if you're just going to stay in your little place and hunt in the little area you're going to hunt in, and that's all you're going to do, I don't think I care two shits about what you do in my forest. It's time to feed yourself that which you need, Lewis. You need to move. You need to move. You don't want to move. You need to move. So stop being so picky and start looking at some places that might be a little bit uncomfortable, but definitely not living like this, okay? Because that's what I'm seeing here is you're not giving yourself what you need, what will actually help you grow, which will actually make you feel good about being in. So start looking for the places you actually want to be. Feed yourself that which you need, not the wants of the world of maybe being close by some stuff and doing all of that other stuff. Maybe it's not about the what's around. Maybe it's about the what I can do while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of what I feel like you need to hear. When will you be moving? Because I heard you say that in your head. When will I be moving? Damn it. I think that there's an apartment like 3 blocks from you near a deli that sells like it's more of an Indian kind of cultured, natured. It's not an Americanized. It's actual Indian food made by Indian people. Kind of. It's very mom and poppy kind of a deal. And I don't know why, but you kind of go there once in a great blue moon for a special treat. There's an apartment near this place or something like that. Do you know of this place? And you've been seeing signs for rent lately? Well, I don't get everything right, guys. I don't. It just seems like something familiar. It's around food places you like. It's it's like a complex of some kind, like an apartment complex where you would live in your own place. It would be like it's going to be a very small, like a 1 bedroom, maybe 2 bedroom apartment at biggest, It's not going to be it's not going to be run down, but it's not going to be top of the line. It's going to be very, okay? And something about when you go there, when you're thinking about going to Manchester, I think you should take a trip to Manchester, and I think you should try some of the local food places around there. It's going to be some place that kind of reminds you of something you wanted to remind yourself of. I don't know what it is about this flavor you've got of Indian food in your mouth that's reminding you of something. But oh, okay. Well, see that might be why I'm seeing, because I'm seeing like there's a lot of as Indian flavors, smells, and flavors and scents in the air is what I'm feeling. It's a very community-driven based culture, but it's very laid back. It's not so strict kind of a deal. Okay, we know what we're talking about. So, yeah. All it means is you might have to work a couple more hours, maybe pick up a couple extra shifts or something, or do some extra overtime once in a great blue moon to keep bills in check for a little bit. But once you get the handle of budgeting and stuff like that, actually, I feel like you're gonna find something fairly quickly within. I think what I'm feeling from within the next couple of months. Okay, maybe sooner than that, but definitely I think it's gonna have to do with you going there and seeing what's available, kind of a deal. So that's kind of what I think it's going to be about. It's like you kind of need to go on a little house tour or a city tour or something like that. So whatever that means. Moving on to the next person. Heels is next in line. Heels. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for Heels today. Heels, are you here still today? All right. Yep, they're here. All right, everybody, it's about to be 4:20 somewhere in the world. Everybody, all at once together. If you have the green available, if you buy cannabis, if you're one of the pot smoking friendly people of this world, it's about to be 4:20, guys. So, any moment now, any moment, any moment, any moment, any moment. Where is it? Anytime. Do 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 do. You know, time never seems to go fast enough for you when you want it to. You know, it always seems to linger. That 420! 420, brass monkey. I wish my alerts worked, but they don't work. So all you get to see is that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you imbibe, do it with me. May this event that will change our world bless us and keep us. May this event that I feel coming truly open our eyes and bring us closer together as a humanity. For the first time, let us find joy and happiness together as one. Blessed be. And that's what I saw in my vision on January 31st when I was given a premonition that there was a major psychic something or some event coming sometime before March 17th. Is all I know. And when it happens, it's going to affect the whole world in a positive way. It's not going to be a negative event that's going to cause us to be more positive, okay? It's going to be pure positive event. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's going to be amazing. Change the world kind of shit. So, all right, let's see where we're at with Heels here. Numbers. I know you give me your numbers. One shuffle, 37th card. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, Heels, before I get anything going on. So, how are we doing today, my brother, my friend? See, I'm glad I closed down the queue when I did. Those feel good to me. All right. So, general reading if possible. You got it, always. Here is your one official shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Sorry, Stone, 24, 24. Why am I missing my 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 37th card. See how I got kind of lost because I'm getting a little 50% stoned right now. So that's why I'm trying to take it easy on the hits right now. So here we go with your reading though. What we need to know for you today, my heels friend. So your general reading for today is this, Hey, and I said it was entertaining here a little bit every now and again. It is. That's what these are designed to do. They're designed to be entertaining. They're designed to give me a chance to loosen up a little bit, vibe out with you guys a little bit, better. I'm very talkative when I get high. Okay, you guys have seen and noticed it. Now you'll have to be the ones who tell me whether I'm better or worse when I'm high as far as the psychic intuitional person goes. But and after this reading, I've got to run to the bathroom real quick before I do anything else. So I will do this real quick. And because this is more of a confirmation for you, heels, is where you're at kind of a deal. You've walked out of the cage that used to keep you from your freedom. You're re-embracing freedom of choice again and taking every adventure as an adventure. The next step to happy was made today because I took one step and I embraced my path and embraced where I was going right now. It seems like things have been more freeing than they have been recently. Like we've gotten out of a bad situation, or we've gotten out of a bad place where we kind of felt like we were trapped by. Now we have more freedom than we've had before. We're embracing life again and finding our happy with all of the things that are going on within ourselves and what it truly means to be happy and have choice to be happy. Because, I'll tell you what the one thing that the pandemic did very well. It reminded us that we had to spend more time with our family because we had become a society less together with family, and we're a social creature. We're designed to be social creatures. There are like we've seen people with disabilities who cannot do that. But, it's about how you use this embracing energy to forge your new path forward. What do you want to start to create? What do you want to manifest now? If you are at a place where you're looking for something new, if you're looking for a new beginning, then what do you want to see that new beginning to look like? What are the first initial feelings? What are the first initial thoughts? Just doesn't have to be set in stone right now. You're just getting the fire started. You're getting it ready so that when you are ready to put the metal into that forge and work on whatever that means for you in your life, your soul, yourself, your life, whatever, it's about what the ingredients will go into the next stage of it. Because you'll take that soul out and you'll say, okay, I've got the water. Now, I've got to add sugar. That means the best parts of my life have to go back into my life again. Boom. Now I have to start to... Hello? Be right there. Be right back. Hello. Coming. And I'm sorry about that, guys. I thought my nice meal was here for today, and I'm expecting a package today because they've been, like I said earlier today, I've had this tried to be delivered twice now, and it's kind of getting annoying that I can't seem to get the right address. I have to call the place it's been delivered at and see if they can either run it over to me or fuck, I just lost my cigarette. But as I was saying there, Keels, it's about the ingredients you're putting into what you want to create now. And thank you for being patient with me. And what is going to make up the drink of your life? What is going to make up what you want your life to look at? If you could walk up to the bar of you, what would you want to drink and consume the rest of your life to be perfectly happy that you could have that one good drink anytime you ever wanted it? And what ingredients are you putting in? But all those ingredients got to come together and break down enough so that they can turn into a new form of elixir, a new form of themselves. They're still the same person. They've just evolved. They've just become something new because all the parts of them came together into being that form that was no longer empty anymore. Now we only filter out that which we don't want in ourselves, and that's what we put into a compost pile so that it can become fertilizer for other things we want to plant in the future. And then we take the rest of that drink and we take that and we go, I believe in myself. Oh, isn't that nice to feel that within my body, soul, everything again, you know? So whatever that might mean for you, that is what you needed to hear today. Give me a second while I get this cigarette real quick. Okay, Be New Girl, last and final reading for you coming up after this one, because I'm going to do you last because I want you want me to use the other deck, and I'm going to let you get your way. But you got to wait for it first. So, Hidden, if you're still here, please let me know, because you're going to go next now first. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to do that. Watch this. Okay. Hidden, you're next. All right. Normally I would take you in order, but I know you want me to give you that other deck there, Be New Girl. So that's why I'm waiting until your last for you. That's the only reason you had to wait, okay? I know you understand that, but... Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, Hidden. Let me clear these cards off really good for you because you really want some freaking guidance today, aren't you, really? You really need it today, don't you? Ooh, what the hell have you been through in the last couple of days? Jesus Christ, person. Did you lose somebody? Something major happened recently. Oof. I can feel your heart beating. Like a panic attack, kind of a feeling from you. And you're just like, what the hell is going on already? Is that the gist of it? Hoofty. Yeah, I can feel it, sweetie. Oh my God. Let's do this first. Before we do anything, I want you to do this with me, okay? Everyone out there, I need you to listen carefully. This one is for Hidden, but I think there's one more person who needs this today too, and they're still in chat. So, yeah, well, it feels like you're losing your AKA the sense of, blah, blah, blah. That's what I don't get. Like I said, I don't get everything right, but I want everyone to do this with me right now, okay? I'm going to put the mic way over here for this one. Because there's a part of us that we need to let out every once in a while, Hidden. And before we even get to your reading, because you need the reading too, you just need this more. I want you to gather up all of that stress and anxiety into the palm of your hands right now. I don't care if you think you can do it. I want you to do it. I hereby give you all of my power to do that. That's how much I am trusting you with my gift right now. Because you need it this much. So you want to feel what I feel? What kind of love I kind of feel? Well, you know what I do every day? I build up all of this negative shit that's in the palm of my hands. And it's time for me to give myself that permission to let this go. There's no one here to judge me. My wife could care less. It's time to let it out in no uncertain terms, whichever way you choose to do it. This is how I choose to do it. So watch me and follow. Everyone, this is a tension-breaking moment. Are you ready for it? All those who are ready for it, I want to see a one in chat before I do it. I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you're ready. Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready. Huh? How many people want a tension-breaking moment? How many people want a tension-breaking moment? I want a tension-breaking moment. Here we go. God, that felt good. I'm okay, just having a tension-breaking moment. Okay, let my neighbors know I'm not going crazy here and being murdered. All right, and now it's time for you to do the exact opposite because I want you to gather your happy folks. I want you to gather that joy you have in your heart. Every time you smile, every time you found a rainbow beautiful, every time you looked out on this world and looked at the beautiful things that surround us, remind us how much life is precious and beautiful and kind and generous and loving, and all those expectations that are put upon us. We have complete choice and change over everything. The only ones who are in charge of us is us, but the Lords and gods we believe in love us with all of their hearts so much that they give us that choice to even say, I don't love you back. And it's time to bring in that joy once again by giving ourselves a moment of silly. That's right. I'm going to pretend like I'm a 5-year-old with no cares in the world. I'm going to act as silly and as strange and as weird as I want to act. And we got to empty that cup and then we got to fill it back in with better crap. So this one goes out for a hidden. This one's specially for you. I don't know why I'm supposed to do it this way, but I'm supposed to do it this way for you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. This is my handle, this is my star. When it ended her, that tip me out. Tip me over and pour me out. It's a moment of silly. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a tension-breaking moment and a moment of silly. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. We're going to kick some hidden's ass. Dun, 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 dun. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 9. And the second number is you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 God card message for you today from your higher power to you hidden. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 1, or rather 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the 49th card is now on top, and our countdown has begun once again. For we go on the journey that we needed to know today. I'm doing awesome today. Yes, I've closed down the queue for now. I've got one more reading left in me today, and this one's a little special, and the last one's very special, so God, do you need this so bad? It's not even funny. Take a drink. Coffee or water. Take that nice, deep cleansing breath. Ask me your question if you have one, or you just wanted a general reading. You better believe we do. You know what? If the premonitions I'm having right now of my own wellness and well-being will be, I will be able to afford to do something like TwitchCon next year, no worries, or something like that. But you know what? I'm not getting ahead of myself. I have to also work towards that as well. So, and I did spend a fuck ton of lot of money right now. So now that things are finally calming down and I have to worry about my tarot deck, now I'm wondering if I made the right choice in saying I'm going to do this, because, my own thoughts get in there too sometimes. General's okay. Yeah, I cards you trust. Yeah, okay. I kind of thought that's what you would say, but I kind of preface this with, all right. And the reason I'm doing that for you, my friend Hidden, is because you have to stop being hidden. It's time for you to share who you are, what that healthy ego looks like. You call yourself a hidden narcissist? Really? Isn't that the contradiction of all contradictions and the contradictory terms? And I know that's the point, right? You're not only hidden, but you're a very well-known hidden person. Kind of like that unknown person I know somewhere around here. Oh, wait. No, I'm not known. That's why I call myself the unknown. I don't care if I'm ever known for this. I don't care if I'm ever remembered for this. Hey, maybe someday history will deem me worthy, but you know what I need to start to do more and more? Is I need to share my life and share my story and share my life with all that which is around me. Because now is the time not to be hidden anymore. Maybe now is the time to share why I am those things. Maybe it's just a tiny bit of reveal. It doesn't have to be a full on, here is the full tilt kitty right away kind of reveal. It just has to be a little more every day. A little bit braver every day. A little seed in the ground every single day, working towards a better physical life for yourself, whether that's just living your life the way you want to live it. I'm a big boy, okay? I could lose weight. I could exercise the way I'm supposed to exercise and all of that. You know what? I kind of like the way I am. I don't really worry about being any smaller or bigger than this anymore. I'm getting to a point where I'm going to start losing weight naturally, and then I'm going to be like, okay, but I have to start to say, what physical seeds can I do in my life? Because my back is bad and, I've got a bunch of pain issues on a daily basis. I don't just smoke weed for grins and giggles, guys. I smoke it because I'm in a fuck ton of pain most days, and maybe what you have to start to ask yourself is, what am I not planting in this ground that I'm not giving myself credit that I'm ready to do? What am I not sharing my truth with? What do I need to get angry about and start to say my truth so that they will understand why I had to plant these seeds, this moment, this option, this time? But that catalyst of change that you need, whether you realized it or not, a boundary was tested, a boundary was crossed, a boundary was rebounded, and you are still a normal breathing human being living a normal breathing human life. She may have bruised you a little bit, but are you going to die from this bruise? Are you going to have an impactful, life-altering disease because of this bruise bumping thingy that happened to you? One moment. Now that's a knock on the door. Coming! 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 Here. I'll to you later. Oh. Okay, now that my wife's meal is here, the next knock on the door should be my shit. But it's about the change you're ready to pick up there, Hidden. And okay, well then there you go. But you see, their misunderstandings happened, but something happened and change came about, and things are going to be better now, right? So Hey, it's what started out, and it might be the funny friend story you tell all the time. Remember when we thought we hated each other or whatever else it was about? You know? Remember when I got a little stuck up bitch or whatever it is I was today? You know? All right. And what you really need to hear, and I don't even know where my case went to, because this is the last message you need to hear. And I'm done with my own deck for now. Already grabbing the other deck, getting it ready here. Put it there for you. You have a 4 God card message. And I want you to look at these cards. Hey, I like it. Don't worry about that. As long as you're saying you're rating it, I have to find some command that I can do that with somewhere. I haven't found one out there I can use yet, so. I'm sorry to hear that things aren't going so well at the time, but you realize that this has all been provided for you for a reason right now. It doesn't seem like it hidden, but this is your boiling point here. Okay, are you gonna keep allowing this to be keep being shit on like this? Are you gonna still take that responsibility on your shoulders? Do you need to anymore? Is it somebody else's turn, maybe? And your mom is gonna do what your mom is gonna do. You know, she's a very strong, independent woman who has had her own way her whole life, and no one's telling her how she's gonna live or how she's gonna die. If you think you're changing that, you're kidding yourself. No, she doesn't want to go through chemo or anything like that. And if I'm off the track on that one, I apologize on that. Maybe she hasn't even reached chemo yet, because I don't know if she's getting toward that stage or not. But you said aggressive cancer. I'm thinking she's already going through treatment, if she's going through treatment at all, or she's just saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go out at least happy." You know, no, not in pain. You know, all that stuff. But the thing I needed to tell you that you needed to hear today, I'm sorry, I'm done taking readings for today. I apologize. You have to come back tomorrow there. B4 Brands. I have one more person to read for today, and that will be the end of my stream. So, thank you for coming in though, and stop back in the next time. We'll help you out as much as we can while we're here though. Maybe I feel up to it, and I feel like I have enough energy to do one more. So if you want to stick around, but I don't know how long it's going to take here. Okay, well, no worries. But the thing that you need to understand, Hidden, it's not about what other people love about you. You need to start to understand is that you're getting this forge ready so that you can become the person you want to be. So you can embrace who you are as a person. So you can glaze like the brilliant, beautiful sun you want to be. So you can take back the control of your life and control the ebbs and flows of where you want your life to be. Yeah, I know you're waiting. I'm almost done. Give me 5 more seconds. Just a little bit more time. Don't worry. That's why I left you the last 15 minutes, because you get me to the end. So, see, I love you that much. And Hidden, it's about you finally saying, I'm ready for my life to stop being the shitstorm. You know, when my life started finally getting better, I was on my 7th suicide attempt. Damn, my thumb's dirty. Oh. These look like big, strong hands, don't they? Okay, anyone who knows where that's from, I will give 10 bonus points to. And they're mythical points, so don't come collecting anything for years, you know? Yeah, and that's basically what you're going through right now. Is you're finally getting ready to move on from what you think you deserve to what you actually deserve. So in order for that to happen, you have to leave the old crap behind. You have to let that old thing gone before you can accept the new thing to fill its place. Because the last thing you want is the ugly old sludge mixing with the new sludge, because then you're just creating another sludge mess. Okay? That's all I'm saying there. All right, guys, we are on our last and final reading for Be New Girl today. Special request from her higher power. I use these cards for this question. Standard, everything else applies. All right, Prophet, baseball hat on. Give me a second, I gotta get it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Unknown Prophet baseball cap has made its first appearance on stream. This is my Unknown Prophet baseball cap. You can buy it at the stream store right now if you wanna. All right, we got a baseball cap on. We're cleansing these cards off as normal. Freedom is in your pocket there, hidden. Freedom is in your pocket. You just have to unlock the door and walk out of the cage. I'm just saying. You have to stop being so afraid of it. Your safe spot isn't so safe. Your comfortable, warm, ooey gooey safe spot is hurting you more than you think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, what you're going through right now is not fun, no, but trust me, there are ways to change it. You're just not willing to say, okay, I guess I need to take my big girl boy pants on and actually do this now instead of whining about it anymore. It's not spoiled rotten. I don't think you're being a spoiled rotten brat. I just think that life has gotten so tough and so hard recently that you feel like you're being picked on. Yeah. Well, it's just life. It's not being done to you for you. It's just free will game lifetime. You know? And that's hard to hear sometimes when there's no meaning behind it. It's like, I'm not even going through this for a reason. I'm just going through it. I'm sorry. There's about a bunch of us doing that here. All right. Be New Girl, I'm waiting for you because I forgot to say it was your turn. But actually, I kind of thought you knew it was your turn. So now we've closed the queue down for today. And we just go from here after that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll figure it out. Be New Girl, this is your first official call. Since I know you're here, give me your numbers, please, and your question. I'm lighting my last screen as we speak. At least my last green joint that I have. I have a lot more green. I just don't have any more joints right now. So, Be New Girl, this is your second call. Be New Girl, this is your second call. Well, I know where we're going if we go anywhere else today. Yep, we'll go there. I don't know, it just seems like fun, mindless, stony fun. I know where we're gonna go. Bet you can't see this one coming. Where would I go on a 420 day anyway? Where else would I go? Let's shut them out one more time. Because this is your last and final call. My friend, Be new girl. You now have 1 minute to respond. One way or the other. If you don't say something, I'm sorry. I'm done waiting. And then we're going to go give ourselves, our friend, a nice little loving, beautiful raid. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, fine. We're going to go see I-420 guy, guys. So he's a very stone friendly content creator. My other friend isn't on today, but he must be doing something else. He plays Coin Pusher though right now because he's got a kind of broken camera thing going on there. But so go play some Coin Pusher. It's a really fun game. It's a lot stony fun. Just go smoke a joint or two. Press the exclamation point all button. Punch the stupid screen every once in a while by pressing exclamation point punch. Throw him some biddies. Throw him some subs. Give him a lot of love while you're there, guys. Be new girl. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Charlie. Next time. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go get out of here for today. That's right. We're going to go out, and more out. And we are going to go give my homage to my buddy, my pal, friend of mine. That's right. The I-420 guy. The stoner-friendly man with the master plan. And he's probably in chat listening, so we're going to go give him a 4-hole raid today, which I think he will appreciate. So, guys, if you guys want to copy my raid message, you're more than welcome to. But you know what? You don't have to copy this all. In fact, please don't copy it all. Just give me there. I already called you out 3 times, Be New Girl. I gave you your 3 chances. You said you were ready, and now I've already started my raid, so... You've already had one reading today, and I really feel like you heard what you needed to hear. What's the question? I'll base it whether or not what your question is. Well, let's see what the question is first, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to do it or not. All right, 420 guy will come a little bit later, I guess. I'll give him his reading. Late, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're immediately raiding out right after this, guys. So there won't be a goodbye. You'll see my end stream screen and me do my nice little transition for you. But I want to say thank you guys for being here, supporting me. Thank you for being a part of my 420 stream today. We will be returning back to our normally scheduled program back tomorrow. This is for Be New Girl, our last 420 stream for this month at least. We'll return back to it probably around the 3rd or the 14th or something around there those days, okay? So, that's when we'll have a next one. So, what is your question here? This is the last time I'm answering this question. The next time you ask this question, I will refuse to answer you. Do you hear me? Because I've answered you this question so many times now, and you're not refusing to hear it. That's why they were telling me, maybe you don't want to take this question. Because it's another self-doubting, self-pitying party. I'm gotta be right kind of attitude you keep having with this person that keeps driving your life into negative after negative after negative aspect, but because you won't let it go and move on with your own damn life and stop putting yourself in everybody else's shit, you want the truth, that's what it's about. And the universe is tired of it, quite frankly. You know? Don't ask me for spells. Don't ask me for any of that because they're not going to hear you now. You don't have enough of your own shit together to do anything like that right now. You want to become the most powerful you could ever be? Then go cast your own spells, make your own damn magic, make your own damn rules, and don't listen to fools like me. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, how does she feel about you? Well, she feels like you are the King of Wands reversed, which is the God of Fire, which is pure will and intent. So, all she feels about you is you are a man who doesn't have control over his own emotions, feelings, and or life. That you're all about the fiery attitude of doing what you feel is in your heart. I know, be new girl, but you know what? It doesn't see all of that. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this, and we know I make slips every once in a while. I'm saying that the card is saying you have a masculine aspect in her eyes. You are that fire personality, you know? And she views you in a negative light, not a bright star who would be a bright star you should follow. She sees you as the exact opposite, someone who's going to burn her world down, which you have every intention of doing, by the way, right? She sees you as someone who has absolutely no foundation for their own life. She thinks you're too busybody, involved in her brother's life, telling him how to live his life. He thinks you're a mama's boy, a papa's little girl, that you have entitlement up your ass and a big ass stick that exactly 3 of them up your butt that you feel she needs you to get removed out of them. You know? She doesn't think you have a really good foundation. You know what I'm saying? This is how she sees you, be new girl. This is how she sees you. Remember the question you asked me. This is how she sees you. This isn't how you see her. You know? And then you have the Solace card in reverse. The 6 of Swords. That's 6 swords pointed towards you like mythical daggers, like the daggers of danger going, step anywhere near me. I've got 6 things here I can do at any time. I know we'll get under your skin. We'll get you to back off. We'll get you to play my little game. That will get you to keep playing the little sweet little psychotic game she wants to play with you. And then I see what you say in chat. I told you, it's about her living in her nostalgia. She sees her world. She only sees her world. She doesn't see what you see. This is her world. She is queen shit of the world, and she could care less of what you or anybody else says about her. She's going to do what she wants when she wants to do it, and fuck all those who tell her she can't. But she likes her little games, she likes her little lies, but so do you sometimes. And you love to play the I hate you more than you hate me game. Well, why does she think that way? Because you're always intruding in your brother's life, because you're always giving your brother telling your brother what you think of him, always on his back about all of this stuff, even though he doesn't seem to care, even though he's told you stay out of it and all of this other stuff, you refuse to do so. I mean, she lives in this nostalgia of her dream world. That's the only bubble. It's her personal bubble. Your brother lives in that bubble. But I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, their family, your family, all of it combined. It's about the, I know I'm saying boy a lot, and I know that you're a girl. I know you're a girl. I know you're a girl. The reason all this masculine energy is coming is because maybe you've been asserting that masculine energy nature towards them, even unintentionally. And now that's making their defense mechanisms go, Sharp dagger time, you know what I'm saying? And whenever you get close to the daggers, you get hurt, and then you respond even more viciously than before. You know what I'm saying? And then you have this. I can't believe you just got this. I cannot believe you just got this. Do you okay, you do not see the give me a second. I'm even clearing my whole screen off for this. I want to make sure you can see these two cards. Let me turn up my thing here. Let me point out what cards you just drew, what drew to you. Your God message is to you. Are you a believer in the craft of the wise or not? Yes or no? Or some form of magic? Then you just drew the Lord and Lady, the High Priestess, and the Lord card reversed. Everything you are doing is in honor of them. Sir, you want to talk about a mythical ass kicking? I want to know why the Lord and Lady themselves came to tell you they're turning their back on this whole situation. You want to keep living in this? They give up. They're not backing you on it anymore. You want to live in this hate, this pain, this shit? They're done. They're not giving you any more free passes. You want the karma? You're getting the karma. You want it? This is your last and final warning. This is your last and final chance to finally be free of this or not. If you keep going forward from this point forward, it's your karmic ass on the line. Yes, you do. You call her an evil bitch. You call her a vindictive, negative vibe person. You have said over and over and over how much you detest and hate her, how much you hate all of that which she is. Of course you do. You're not a living, breathing person if you don't hurt something. You step on and breathe in things, everything. You're killing something right now breathing. Some amoeba, some speck of dust and dirt that's living just died because you went. I'm just saying. They're saying, no, you're not. They're calling you on your shit is what they're doing. They've turned their back on you. Do you see it? I didn't even look. I put them right out there. High Priestess right here, Lord right there. And they're both reversed, right? Looking at me, looking at you. So that means they're looking at me like I've done a good job. They're looking at you like, holy shit, you've turned your back on us. What about perfect love and perfect trust? And you want to be our representative? Fuck that shit. I ain't got words. I ain't got words for that. I ain't got nothing for you. You will have to ask yourself why they popped up in your reading today and genuinely ask what that means for you. Because I think they're giving you an ultimatum. Let it go or we're turning our back on you. That's what I think they're saying. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. And then keep lying to yourself. And you can keep lying to yourself. And you can keep lying to yourself. But you do. Okay. Then I'm wrong. And you know what? That's okay. I like being wrong. I am happy that you don't have hate in your heart. I'm happy that I am wrong on that because you know what? I don't ever want to be right when it comes to things like that. Remember, guys, I'm not an expert on these things. I do the best job I can. I try to inspire you to do better things for yourselves. And I tell you what I feel you need to hear. You still got to go make the lot of choices in life. I did that because I thought you deserved a good old-fashioned reading. But they said, you know, when I saw the question again, and don't ask me that question again. I don't want to hear it, okay? And no more sister-in-law questions from you. Ask me about your path, about where you're going, a general reading for your own path, not for your brother, not for anybody else. For you, yes, you, okay. You want to go find out what your brother's up to? Go to somebody else because they're telling me they're not going to tell me any more about it. Is what they're telling me. They're saying we're not going to give you any more information after today, so I'm not going to be able to tell you any more. The cards aren't going to work for you. So I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be sorry. I'm telling you the honest, open truth, like I've always done with all of you guys. I want to say thank you, though, for being here and being a part of my stream. You know I love you, Be New Girl. You know I'm your brother. You know I'm only here to help you. You know I will help you as much as I can. You're a strong, independent young woman who is more powerful than she thinks she is. I think she just needs to start to see that. I love you. All right, well, I got all mushy on your ass. Oh no, not that. Okay, now we are officially out of here. See you guys tomorrow.
Eighteen rate that 18 rate that 18 rate that